Okay, another thing to consider when we are going to optimize our code is on how are we going to implement the use state. Okay, so in our example here, as you can see, we are maintaining a lot of state variables which pertains to our contact. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, 7. So still we have 7. But how about if ever we're going to have 20 or more than that for our, for example, in this example, we have the contact. So whatever, let us say we have an employee, then we are going to have let us say more than 20 fields. So therefore, in that case, if ever that we're going to use this technique, still this, the one that I have shown you is we are going to maintain 20 or more state variables. Okay? So what are we going to do now? Instead that we are going to maintain or use one state variable for every field, okay? So we are just going to create a single state variable which is going to contain still all of this. Okay? So we are going to have, like now I'm going to convert now, instead that we're going to have 7 state variables, I'm going to have only one state variable. I'm just going to call that as contact. Okay? Then set contact, oops, is equal to use state. Okay, but instead that we are going to have the usual, okay, for example, the usual like that, okay, we are going to initialize here an object or an array. Okay, an array that is going to contain each of the items here. Okay, so for example, for our contact ID, then I'm going to initialize with blank. Then next is we have the contact name. Oops. Then contact phone. Then contact address. Email, then phone. Oh no, it's not. Address, then the group. Contact group ID. Okay. So I'm just going to comment out all of these. Okay, so as you can see here now, I have a single state variable, but it contains an array. Okay? So how are we then going to use each of these arrays now? Okay? So we have here, I think, on the details. Okay, so we have here the get contact details, in which we are going to supply or assign values for each of those items. Okay, so in that case, I'm just going to copy. Okay. By the way, still contacts. I'm just going to call this as this contact. Okay. Then okay. Instead that we are going to have set contact for each of them, so we're going to have only our set contact. Then we are going to supply values for each of the variables. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to get each of these, okay, contact ID, to be the value for each of these variables. Then we have our name, phone, then we have the email, address, the group name, oops, and contact group ID. So I'm going to remove each of these now. Oops. By the way, it should be this contact. Okay, so save. So this is how are we going to change or to set the value of each or all. Actually, we have here now all of the elements into our array. But then, how are we going to change? How about if ever we're going to change only? For example, we have here. Oh no. Let's have first. Okay, not the search. Oh, we have it here. Oh no. Oh, on our update. Okay, wait. Update modal. Okay, save it here. Okay. So we have here again, so we have the set contact name, set contact address, in which each of these are now we are going to change. We have already changed this one into our array. Okay, so okay, first is the name. By the way, we have here first is our value. Okay, so how are we going to get the value for the contact name? So take note, we don't have any contact name anymore, so I'm just going to have only the object contact. Okay, so contact dot, then I forgot, was it name or contact name? So we have here contact name. Update. Okay, contact that contact name. Okay, and instead that we're going to have set contact name here, we're just going to have the set contact. But I want you to take note that when we are going to have our set contact, if ever I'm going to have contact, that contact name, what will happen is that it is going to change the contact, all of the contacts, okay, into, instead of array, it's going to change into a single value. Okay, so therefore what I'm going to do here is that take note that our contact contains a lot of items, okay, or elements. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to have, just like with our previous videos, the spread operator, so that it is going to 1, 2, 3 maintain the value of the current array plus contact name with the value of our target. Okay? So take note. We are setting here the new value for our contact, maintaining the values of the other elements, or this one actually is going to spread all elements. Then we are changing here the value for the contact name. Okay? So these are now the changes into our form. We have the value, and how are you going to get the value, and how are you going to set the value. Okay, so we're going to change all of these. We're going to have contact address, then this is address. Okay, then we have contact that phone, okay, then for the email, contact that email, then the group ID, okay, so that's all. What else? I think also with this, so we're going to have email and group. What else? Now we're not going to change this one because it comes from the contact list. I guess on the contact details, update. Okay, so we're here contact details. Okay, let us try. If oh, okay, so we have them. So I'm going to have my update. Ilocos Norte. This is Bongbong Marcos. Update. Oops, we have an error. Okay, save it here. Okay, so this is on line 108. Okay, update. Okay, updated. So as you can see, Philippines. Okay, how about for the view? Philippines. Okay. So that's how are we going to more efficiently optimize or implement our use state. So instead that we are going to have multiple, what's this, multiple state variables, we have just created one state variable, then we have our elements contained into our variables. I'm just going to delete this one here. Okay. Okay, so far that's the on how are we going to optimize our use state.